They just announced breaking news right now. We have a logo. That is the official Caitlin Clark Nike logo. And it's not just that. I mean, this is cool. Nike has just announced that a signature product line will be dropping soon with signature shoes coming.
The WNBA just had one of its biggest drama moments, and it's all about Caitlin Clark. She just got her own Nike signature logo, and the reaction has been massive. The second the double CC hit the internet, fans went wild. Lines formed outside stores, social media exploded with Clark highlights, and her merch started flying off shelves. Meanwhile, Angel Reese is stuck watching it all from Chicago, probably feeling like her rival just pulled way ahead of her in the race for attention. Nike didn't just give Clark a logo, they turned it into a cultural moment. The interlocking C's are everywhere.
Feels good. Got the pants, got the charms, necklace, zipper, everything.
Times Square, commercials, TikTok trends. Hoodies and shirts are selling out faster than Beyoncé tickets, and resellers are marking them up like Supreme drops. This isn't just sports gear. It's Clark taking her place as the face of women's basketball branding. And while Clark's empire grows, Reese is stuck trying to convince people to care about her Reebok sneakers. Nike rolled out Clark's new brand with the kind of respect usually saved for global icons. The double C's even have meaning. A hidden third C symbolizing her bump.
You don't get told no. Like, you're going to get the yeses. You're going to get more yeses than nos, and just being able to know that. So I'm excited for that. I know that's going to come soon.
On with fans, her confidence, and her endless range. That kind of clever design shows why Nike dominates, while brands like Reebok struggle to stay relevant. And Clark isn't just getting a logo. She's getting a full collection of premium clothing and lifestyle gear, all launching October 1st. Fans are hyped. Many say they love the simplicity, the creativity, and how the CC design just fits her. Everyone's talking about the shirts, hoodies, and merch that will come with it, and people are already calling her logo iconic. The numbers tell the rest of the story. Clark's $28 million.
It looks really unique, I think it's very creative for Caitlin Clark to come up with something like this. And I just enjoy all of it, it's like aura.
We love it! It's simple, yet it speaks a lot.
I love it so much.
I'm a big fan of it. Simplicity is the best. I like the design. Nike always does great with design, so I'm a huge fan of the logo.
It looks really cool. I was really excited to see it last night, and it looks like we're going to get shirts with it on it, so that's pretty exciting too.
I like it. I like how it incorporates the CC.
I love it. Double C's. Let's go, Kit.
8-year Nike deal is the biggest in women's basketball history. Her jerseys and merch don't just sell out, they crash websites. Fans camp online like it's Black Friday just to grab something with her name. It's more than business. It's full-on hysteria. Right now, Clark is setting the standard, and Reese can only watch as her Reebok partnership struggles to get the same kind of love people kept saying Nike was dragging its feet with Caitlin Clark, that they fumbled the bag. But that's not how it works. I've
been telling y'all to stay patient. I've been telling y'all that Nike takes their time, that Asia Wilson's shoe deal was 2 years in the making, that Paige Beckers had PEs, not her own signature shoe, and that Caitlin Clark's was 100% coming. And people kept saying, oh, Nike fumbled the bag with Caitlin. It has to get out there. Nike fumbled the bag. No, they didn't. It takes time. She's got to develop a whole freaking...
Signature deals take time. Asia Wilson's took 2 years. Paige Bucher's had player editions, but not her own shoe. With Clark, Nike was always going to deliver. They just had to build an entire product line first. Angel Reese, on the other hand, thought signing with Reebok was her big moment. Shaquille O'Neal backed her, promising a signature shoe and making her the face of Reebok's basketball comeback. But then Clark showed what true star power looks like. When Clark drops a logo, the
Angel Reese first signature shoe is set to release. It's set to release. Now, it's not a bad shoe. This is my only problem with it. The colorway. I just feel like they could have had a little more fun with it. You know what I'm saying? Especially being that it's for the All-Star game. Like, why do a basic white shoe? Man, you could have did so much more to make this shoe pop. And y'all just like, nah, we just gonna do a regular.
Net breaks. When Reese announces a sneaker, most people scroll past like it's nothing special. Reese's first shoe isn't bad, but fans are already pointing out the flaws. For an all-star debut, Reebok went with a plain white colorway when they could have made something bold and memorable. Instead of excitement, it feels basic. Meanwhile, Clark's numbers are destroying the competition. Her jerseys rank second in all of basketball, not just the WNBA. She's outselling stars like
Reese is now quoted as saying, "I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we're watching women's basketball is not just because of one person." She refuses to say Caitlin Clark's name. "It's because of me too, and I want you to realize that."
LeBron James, Luka Doncic, and Anthony Edwards. Her draft day jersey became the fastest-selling jersey in any sport. Gone in under an hour. Reese's merch? It's still sitting on racks, with no resale buzz, no sellouts, and no real demand. Reese is now quoted saying, "In 20 years, people will know women's basketball isn't just because of one person. It's because of me too." She refuses to say Clark's name, but the comparison is unavoidable. Clark is the one driving the frenzy.
Clark is simply the talk of the internet today. Her and Taylor Swift broke the damn internet. Yes, bro. And for all the people that was hitting me up about Caitlin Clark's signature logo, somebody said it looked like Chanel. I said it looked like Gucci. But whatever it is a luxury sports brand. I can't think of very many luxury sports brands. Guys, do you, like, I'm a fashion guy. And I understand what Nike is doing. Nike is trying to get into the luxury brand style.
While Reese is struggling to keep up, Nike says Caitlin Clark's new logo shows her expanding range, and it fits perfectly. She's not just stretching the fences on the court. She's expanding how far women's basketball can go in business and culture. Every time fans see those interlocking C's, it's more than a logo. It's proof of her dominance. Angel Reese, on the other hand, is pushing an
young lady. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody would be watching the WNBA additionally for you. This is all about Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is bringing the money to the game, the planes to the game, the TV viewership. The WNBA is on fire because of Caitlin.
AR Halo logo that sounds more like a video game add-on than a cultural movement. If your brand needs a halo, it's probably because your career isn't shining bright enough on its own. Right now, Clark owns the internet. She's being talked about in the same breath as Taylor Swift for breaking online buzz. Some people say her logo looks like Chanel, others say Gucci, but the point is clear. It feels like luxury. Nike isn't just marking her as an athlete. They're positioning her as a fashion icon too. And Nike isn't keeping Clark's brand in the US. Her reach is global. Her logo and gear already popping up in Europe, Asia, and South America. Kids in cities like Madrid, Tokyo, and Rio want to wear her name because greatness speaks every language. That's why Nike gave her a $28 million deal. She's not just a WNBA player. She's an international star. Reese, meanwhile, is still struggling to get her own city excited about her sneakers. The truth is, the WNBA's surge in attention, ticket sales, TV ratings, and overall buzz is almost entirely because of Clark. Reese's jealousy has become obvious. Whenever Clark reaches a new milestone, Reese throws in a side comment or avoids mentioning her name, as if ignoring her will somehow make her influence disappear. But fans notice. They see the envy. They hear the short sound bites. And they know Reese can't stand the fact that Clark controls the spotlight so easily, with nothing more than a logo drop. And the craziest part? Clark herself hasn't even responded to any of it. She just keeps moving forward, while Reese keeps making everything about Caitlin. When people ask, who's really the reason women's basketball is blowing up, the honest answer is simple. Yes, Angel Reese played a small part, but the real reason is Caitlin Clark. She's not just popular because of her personality or presence. She's dominating on the court dropping buckets, and reminding people of Steph Curry. From a business standpoint, Nike's bet on Clark is massive and already paying off. Her merch doesn't just sell, it creates moments. When she wore her logo pants to practice, it became news. When her All-Star jerseys dropped in July 2024, they sold out in 15 minutes. That's not normal sales. That's cultural impact. Meanwhile, Angel Reese's Reebok deal feels weak in comparison. Yes, she's getting a
Kobe's for double, sometimes more than double what they actually paid for them. So it's been estimated there's about 13,000 of these shoes that were released from Nike, and literally within minutes, all sold out for about $190 a piece. People knew these were going to be hot, so resellers were picking them up on the cheap and now doubling and sometimes tripling their profits on a place like eBay. So if you were lucky enough to get a pair of these, put them up on eBay, you're going to sell them for around $350, $400 minimum, depending on the size. And that's just kind of the way it works right now with anything Caitlin Clark related. The stuff is really hot. Watch for Caitlin Clark stuff because it sells off the shelves, especially.
Signature shoe, but who's really buying it? The shoe is coming in 3 colorways with names like Diamond Dust and My Bounds, but it feels more gimmicky than exciting. It's like putting a spoiler on a go-kart and calling it a race car. Clark's Nike deal makes Reese's Reebok deal look tiny. Caitlin isn't just getting a shoe, she's getting a full collection, a global logo push, and the full power of Nike behind her. Nike is treating her like the superstar she truly is. Reebok, on the other hand, is basically using Reese as a last-ditch effort to get back into basketball, and it's not working. Clark's shoes are already
I can't have anything without some negativity. Sports Illustrated posted this, but I actually read the article. It's just hater. He used random people's opinions on X and Twitter. Fans don't like her logo. No, you don't like the logo. You just found some random people that agree with your opinion. This is called confirmation bias. I can't stand people like that. What they do is they find anybody who confirms their bias. So what they do Google searches and things like that instead of just being objective. No, I think most people like most people like.
Would you like me to make the next rewrite even shorter? Almost like a punchy social media post? Or keep it in this longer storytelling style? Nike dropped about 13,000 pairs of Caitlin Clark shoes at $190 each, and they were gone within minutes. Resellers knew the hype was real, so now those same shoes are going for $350 to $400 on eBay, sometimes even higher depending on the size. That's just how it is with anything connected to Clark. Her gear doesn't just sell, it explodes.
Hoping to get your hands on the Caitlin Clark version of Nike's Kobe Bryant sneaker, you're out of luck. They are out of stock. The WNBA star teamed up with Nike for a player edition of the Kobe 5 Pro Tro, decked out in Indiana Fever colors. You see them on your screen. They dropped at 10 a.m. Monday, and they sold out before 11 a.m. In fact, in just minutes. The $190 kicks are already showing up on the secondary market at close to double the retail price.
Caitlin Clark's new Kobe Bryant 5 sneaker sells out online in minutes. There hasn't been this much calamity over a white woman's shoe since Cinderella and the glass slipper.
Timing of her logo reveal made it even tougher for Angel Reese. As the WNBA season slows down and people look back on who really ran the year, Nike drops Clark's Double C logo and instantly steals a conversation. What makes it sting more is that Clark isn't even playing right now, yet she's getting more buzz sitting out than Reese does while playing every game. That's not just tough, it's embarrassing. It feels like watching someone else live out the dream you thought was yours. Of course, not everyone is cheering. Some people try to hate on her logo, but most of that is just bias. They dig up random negative takes online to back up their opinion. Truth is, most fans love the logo. It's clean, it's strong, and it represents Clark's rise. The bigger picture is clear. Caitlin Clark's brand is going global, and Nike has the power to make that happen. They've got the reach, the money, and the influence to turn her into a worldwide superstar, even in places where the WNBA barely exists. Reebok can't compete with that. Even with Shaq leading their basketball division, they're stuck trying to climb back from years of being irrelevant. Reese was supposed to be the face of that comeback, but Clark's logo launch completely overshadowed it. leaving Reebok and Reese in the background before they even had a chance. Caitlin Clark's impact is impossible to ignore. Every jersey drop, every logo reveal, every shoe launch. It all sells out instantly.
With Angel Reese is that when we talk about an attitude can make somebody unattractive, her attitude and just her demeanor really rubs me the wrong way. I'm not on the court, so maybe Caitlin Clark has said something crazy to Angel Reese. I have not heard it. Angel Reese, whenever she has the opportunity to throw a shot, she does, and she makes herself look like an ass. They're watching the WNBA because of one person. It's okay. A talented player, maybe you and Caitlin Clark will share the lead down the line, but most people are watching games because of
her latest Nike Kobe 5 Protro, styled in Indiana Fever colors, went live at 10 a.m. and was completely gone before 11. Pairs that cost $190 at retail are already reselling for almost double. That's not hype manufactured by ads. That's real fan demand. Angel Reese might push her Halo logo, but Clark has something much more powerful. True fan loyalty that translates into sales. People don't just admire her, they spend money to be part of her brand. Reese can try to lean into fashion talk, but if buyers aren't lining up, the brand doesn't matter. Clark's following is worldwide. Nike is rolling her logo into Europe, Asia, South America, even Africa. Kids and gyms everywhere are choosing her gear because they see greatness in her. That's why Nike invested $28 million. It's not just about shoes, it's about global influence. Reese, meanwhile, is stuck watching Clark's name dominate timelines. Any idea of a rivalry feels one-sided. Clark is in her own lane. To be fair, not all of this is Reese's fault. She signed with Reebok, a brand that's been irrelevant in basketball for decades. They're trying to come back by putting Shaq in charge, bringing in Allen Iverson and leaning on nostalgia. Signing Reese was supposed to help tap into Gen Z energy, but Reebok simply doesn't have Nike's global reach. One flashy signing can't erase years of falling behind. On top of that, Reese's game and attitude haven't helped her image. Her missed shots, poor percentages, and constant side comments make it hard for some fans to root for her. Whenever she gets a chance to throw shade, she takes it, and it often backfires. At the end of the day, people are tuning into the WNBA mostly because of Caitlin Clark. That's the reality, whether Reese wants to admit it or not. Angel Reese is a talented player, and maybe one day she and Caitlin Clark will both shine in the league. But right now, most people are tuning in because of Clark. Her logo reveal wasn't just about business. It was a statement. Nike made it clear. Caitlin Clark isn't just the face of the WNBA. She's the future of basketball. She's more than highlight reels and stats now. She's become the symbol of women's sports breaking into the mainstream. Every sold-out shoe, every viral clip, every billboard with her logo sends the same message. Caitlin Clark is the one. Reese can tell her own story, but the world has already chosen who it wants as a star, and it isn't her. Clark doesn't just lift herself. She lifts her whole team and even the league. The Indiana Fever instantly became playoff contenders because of her. WNBA attendance, TV ratings, and overall buzz skyrocketed as soon as she arrived. That's why Nike invested in her. And that's
she's waving her hand and all that. It's because she's giving buckets in basketball, right? And she looks like Steph Curry. And that's simple.